The GTR, looking up the paint color of the car, which is a Regal Red, and I went to Paint Scratch here, which I pretty much get all the custom car colors for. A little high, but it's pretty much a guaranteed match. But it's basically going to be that color, and it's a Regal Red, but it's also a red pearl. And I looked at a couple other places because I wanted to find the other color code, and that's basically it right there. It's a red pearl. This is the Nissan color code for 2015 GTR, so we'll be getting that, and I'll order it probably tomorrow, and we'll have it within 7 to 10 days because it just takes them a little while to mix and send it because it's got to go UPS ground, and it's about a week to get here. So anyway, that's my to-do list is to get the paint. But the GTR, I went ahead and I got second coat of the ivory on, which I got to go back in and I got to do a third coat. I thin my paints really thin, and I put the little agitator ball in there, and I like to put, if I have to put 6 coats, that's fine. It just makes it more smoother and flower, and it saves the old airbrush a while back. Basically got to I really just need to pull the tape off, but it's masked off, so I will have overspray, but don't worry, I'll go back in and paint all the black off. I should have taped more, but I was like, surely I could get basically 1 or 2 coats on there and be done with it, but no, it just would not cooperate. So I got that one. Do one more coat today. Oh, and Happy New Year to everyone. Almost forgot. So I'm just painting the ivory white because if you ever look at the pictures of the ivory white car or ivory white interior, it's got that ivory look and just needs to be a deep color. So a couple more coats and we'll get that on there, and hopefully I can get the tape off, finish the black, and then go back in with the brush and paint the little ivory little rest there, little handles and stuff, and we'll be good to go on it. The Brady Bunch. I'm about to call this Brad's Chop Shop. Basically, I got it all masked off. You can tell by the front here. I just went in and cut all the little mini squares for the vents with match tape. I didn't get to paint the back yet, but I did get it masked off. Got a little, some of the chrome, I'm going to go ahead and paint over it. I'm just going to repaint it. That's a little, well, I want to say too bright chrome, but it's just easier just to paint over it, and then I'll put once I put the base coat down, it'll just be a lot easier to do. But anyway, the Brady car is in the primer stage, which I got up to a point, and I'm going to, once that dry, put another coat on the front, get that covered, cover the back, and then I'll be able to put one more coat of primer and then just let it sit. And then we can do some, probably do some paint work maybe this week. Hopefully by the weekend, but we're supposed to get I got to take some of this paint outside to paint, but we're supposed to have the Arctic Blast, and it gets, and I don't have a paint booth in here. I refuse to have another one. It's just never served my purpose. But anyway, I'll try to get some paint on, but I got to get the primer on to get it just a good base coat. Still haven't done anything on the Gran Torino, which I will, but while things dry, I should paint. I started the Enterprise here, which is it's a very fun model. I like the size. I think it's one of them models that it's a good size. I know it's got a goofy scale, but it's just one of those that it's just fun to do. But I did get the parts cut out for the inside grill. I got it epoxied in with 5-minute epoxy. I got the DLM, I guess the little front piece here. There's one part will not light up, and that's, I think, a little gem here. I think it's supposed to light up, but it's not going to get that. So we're just going to, it comes in clear blue plastic, so we'll put that on there and just mask it off and leave it be, and that should be just good enough. But it does work. I did I basically put two blue LEDs, and I haven't glued anything down, and I put the little strobe light. I'll see if I can do it with one hand here. Probably not, but we'll give it a little try. So we got the nav light in the back, and we got the pretty even glow on the inside of the nacelle. And I'll have to paint the inside little black grooves that's supposed to be. But anyway, I got to do some light blocking with some tulip. I got to fill some gaps with some tulip, which I'm going to do with white tulip in there. And that's why I haven't glued nothing. I got to just get everything secured, and then I'll be able to fish the wires through like so. I know it's backwards, but I grabbed the wrong one. But no, I didn't. It'll be like that, and I'll sandwich them in, get the wires in. This will basically be one unit, and then see the weak point of this model when you put it together. So that will I'll either probably leave it and just once it gets to its final destination and ship there and it put together, it should be fine. If not, I'll probably I'll try to figure out. And I haven't messed with one of these in years. I can't remember how I did. I did one with brass, not rod. I did it with brass tubing. So I got to figure out how to do that. Anyway, we'll get to there. I ain't worried about that. We'll make it good and secure. But anyway, that's what I've done on it. So we've added lights, and I need to sit down and do the other nacelle so I can be at least even on everything and not just have one done. The MBT, I went back in with the silver gray. I actually added a little ivory to it because I wanted to lighten it up. It probably looks gray, and it is in certain lights, but once you get the lights on, it starts getting more of a white color. But it's not supposed to be white. It's not supposed to be really silver. You know, it's not like an aluminum plane, and you got to do the fabric. I want to do a little more. I want to go get some. Where is it? Well, I'll get some. Not this, but I'll probably get some white. I want to probably do a little dry brushing just to get the ridges on the very top, and that just to give a little more highlight to blend in the pre-shading and then the color. And I think it should be a-okay. But I did paint the props, got them a wood color, painted the inside, the seat there wood color. I have no idea if it is, or it's supposed to be a seat cover, unless it's just supposed to be wood or metal or whatever. But anyway, gave that to give it a little color. Got to paint the guns on my next agenda, but I took some to my metallic gray, painted the motors, and I'm going to do a little bit of I'm going to put a little bit of a wash in there, just make it just give it a little depth. And painted the torpedo metallic gray. Just went ahead and did it that way. I thought it looked a little better. There's a painting of this plane. It shows it basically the color of the plane itself, which is a silver grayish color. It was all right, but I went ahead and just did it that way. So we're almost done with that. I just got to do a little more weathering on it, or finish up some things, and then we can put the, please excuse my Hobby Lobby coupon, but I had to write down the serial number. It's an A5717, and it actually goes back here. So I'm going to try to, I was going to use some vinyl stickers that you get at a craft store. They may be too big, but I got to find them. I don't know where I put them. I think I put them somewhere down here. It should be in the decal pile, but who knows. But anyway, I'm going to try that. If that don't look good, then what I'm going to do is take probably go rob somewhere. We got extra decals. We'll rob some numbers and letters from some decal sheets and see what we can come up with. But anyway, that's what I stand on that. Hopefully, I'm going to try to have a shed update. If not, it'll probably be next week. I didn't get a whole lot. I did actually buy some sanding sticks, but anyway, the MBT, we're trying to get it finished off so we can get that off the workbench, because I got some other projects coming, and I gotta not hurry up, but I gotta get everything shipped out so I can repeat the process. But anyway, painting the MBT, we are continuing the interior of the GTR. We are lighting the warp nacelles of the Enterprise there, and we are putting the Brady Bunch in primer. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.